Hey guys, welcome to my channel CS for Geeks, which means Computer Science for Geeks. And in this channel I'm going to pretty much cover information about programming languages, like the tutorials, what are they used for and stuff like that. Some technology talks and maybe some gaming content, because I play games here and there, so maybe. So I'm trying to make this video not boring and not long, so I'll leave you a little bit of piece of information. This operating system is a Linux-based operating system. Linux operating systems are an alternative to Windows operating system. This is a Ubuntu-based Linux operating system which has KDE installed over it. KDE. So, hence it's called Kubuntu. Linux offers many types of operating systems which are called distros. They're not much different from each other, because they're based on the same thing, but they have some changes. There are operating systems like Fedora, Ubuntu, Debian, then there's Kubuntu and stuff. These are some types of Linux distros, basically, which means Linux operating systems. This is a 64-bit operating system. Here's my hardware information: 4 GB RAM with 2 GB swap, which means maybe a secondary kind of thing. Secondary RAM which supports this main RAM a little bit better. This helps in performance something. So yeah. And so why I use Linux is because it's powerful for development purposes and it's safer than Windows in terms of virus attacks, because pretty much every application over here requires your permission to run, your click or anything, or your permission to run. So they cannot run without you being notified and without you being clicking them and allowing them to run. And in Windows, viruses can run automatically and they can affect your software, for your computer and things, and you can lose your data and stuff. So that's why I use Linux, and it's very powerful for development. It has loaded with tools, and like it comes pre-installed with Python 2 and Qt framework, which is a nice framework for GUI development, but it's heavy. And OpenJDK and stuff like that, it comes loaded with that, and you can pretty much start developing right off the bat. Of course, you might need to install some plugins here and there, but if you're going for learning purposes, like if you want C language, you can just start right off the bat because it has pre-installed C compiler. I'm going to make sure that my tutorial are not only based on Linux. I'll try to lay down steps and maybe cover some tutorials on Windows as well, to help Windows users as well, because I don't hate Windows, because it has some advantages. Like my scanner doesn't work with Linux because of there's lack of driver for Linux, so I have to use Windows for scanning purposes and other stuffs for which Linux doesn't have a software available. But Linux pretty much works with everything. So it's okay if you don't want to install Linux. It's good, it's fine with me. You just have your own opinion. It's fine. I'll still be able to help you with my tutorials, and I assure you that. So that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.